till it starts recording.
Yes.
Get every
I
time.
know.
Well, not every time, but it's record. There we go. All right. Hello, Beena. Now we can go. It's okay.
Yes,
That's really
hello.
better.
Hello, Syl. Good morning.
Hello,
Good
Beena.
morning to everyone, whoever is watching us live. Hopefully, Norma will be there. Um, Today again, okay, I was saying okay, it is just a habit. So today's thought is about now habit. Whenever Syl he's sharing, because for me, our discussion, normal, usual discussions are also about 100% about the learning and growing. So whenever he's sharing something, I have a habit to respond to that, that yes, I'm hearing, I'm practicing capital H hearing. So that's why I said, okay. But okay, of course, it is not appropriate when we are doing lives. So every single time, whenever he is saying that, okay, Beena, yes, we are going live. So just to respond to him that I know that the cue will come later, I have a habit to say, okay. But of course, it is not appropriate. And I will try to remedy that. Habits are okay, they can be very profound mechanism to save energy and save time.
Yeah.
But there are some consequences and implications involved with that. Our habits just go randomly. We don't have enough control and power over that. That's why they are habits, and that's a danger.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's a danger there. That
Yeah.
we do things, they just go into that our part, which
Yeah.
goes on the autopilot.
Oh,
Like okay, even if we don't want to do that, maybe in some specific situation and circumstances, we don't want to do the usual respond to that, but still
mm.
it is going to be there because it's on autopilot. Okay, that's a habit. Uh, I'm not against habit, of course, because habits are just it's a different energy efficient mechanism for
Yeah.
humans to learn and grow and learn more. But the implications are, and that's the key in in every concept, whatever we are doing, in every way of being, in every way of doing, the implications. This is where all
Well,
the learning and all the growing based on actually. Because if you are doing something, even with the good intent, if you're doing something, the implications can actually give you this, a preview of things. We can really see that.
well, well.
Okay, yes, what are the implications there? And of course, the preview can give us an idea about our own clarity of intent, that why we are doing things. Because this involves the thinking it through to the end, thinking things through to the end, and
Yes.
this is the process of learning and growing. We were
Yeah.
talking about just before live. We were talking about the capital R reading, and I, because of my situation, my family situation, I didn't get a chance to go in a good schooling system. So my schooling is was not from a very good school system because of the situation. Till
At the time,
second
the
step,
situation
yes,
at the time. Yeah.
yeah, the situation at the time. My mother was struggling with all the business wind up things and
I was a
financial
single mother
crisis.
with 5 children. I mean, it's like
Yes, and
seriously, you know.
also yes, and all the financial crisis because people were just taking advantage. That's it. I don't
Yeah.
want to call them criminals and all that nonsense because I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't feel
No.
that anger anymore against them. But
Yes.
they were just finding opportunities, easy money, and they were taking it. And the
Opportunists
result,
then. You call
yes,
them
yes,
opportunists in inverted commas.
exactly, exactly. So the result was that we were out of enough money, and my mother was really struggling. So my schooling system was literally was like that, that sometimes you are just sitting there for 4 or 5 periods and the teacher is not coming, even just coming to say, "Oh, hush, hush, just keep quiet." That's it. And sometimes the teachers are coming who don't know what they are talking about. So
Yeah.
it was like completely absent thing. Whatever we were learning and reading, was through some support from my mother, and of course, my elder brother was also going through the same, and my younger sisters were also going through the same. And we don't had at that time we didn't have any cousin or elder personality who can actually give us some right idea. I never ever almost I can say that never ever learned proper grammar of any language actually, not only English but also
Yeah.
Urdu. So, now, but Urdu, because it is my spoken language, it is my mother tongue, so we know the grammar. I don't know how, but
Yeah.
this is what happened when you are learning. So for
Yeah.
me, the first time when I started learning capital L learning, and I learned about the capital R reading, that was really a game changer for me, because
Ah.
I was doing bit of things. Of course, I was doing it uh, like intuitively. I was doing that because this is how I was learning, but it was not
Yeah.
properly organized. It was so the repeat backs and takeaways was just random, and thinking it things through to the end was not existing. At least I can say that. So for me, that's why I just love to say that okay, internet is all everything for me, especially Facebook, because through Facebook I just met a whole lot of wonderful people, and all the learning and growing coming via Facebook. Now I'm learning from Zoom, but it started from the Facebook. So my
Yeah.
college, my school, my university, everything is through and via internet, or maybe internet itself. Why I'm sharing all these things, that even I was so keen and eager to learn, but the habit of those years of schooling is still there. I'm still trying to change that, because my teachers at that time, so called, they were insisting that you just have to go through that, even when you are not understanding, and just try to give us answer the way we had, or the already given answer. Just write it down and that's it. You don't need to ask any question about it. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to really try to understand what's the story behind it. Nothing. So the habit, even at that age, I was aware that this is not learning and growing. I didn't had any replacement for that, but I was aware that it's a waste of time. They're just wasting my time. It is completely boring stuff for me. Waste of time, waste of energy, and waste of whatever money we had at the time. But still, those habits just entrenched in my mind and in my system. And I had to struggle a lot to change that.
Oh.
Doesn't seem like that, okay? I'm struggling, but I was struggling to change those habits. Changing habit is a big deal.
Oh, huge,
It's a
huge,
big,
huge, huge.
big, big
Sometimes, I
deal.
mean, yeah.
Because habits are not just a simple program that okay you just develop out of like okay just in isolation. Oh, I have a habit to do this. You build that
Yeah.
program not just only for that particular situation, but a lot of other things also. So my habit of reading things, okay, yes, like okay, I don't care about something like okay, yes, because I'm not understanding this, so it's not really attractive enough for me. Was developed not only because I didn't have the good schooling at the time, but also it comes from the situation where everyone was taking opportunity and they were taking advantage of things and actually stealing money and all those things. So it was a survival mechanism also to not pay attention to things. We assume that okay, my just this habit is in isolation and particular to are limited to only this particular work or doing. No, we develop things not in isolation, especially habits. They seem like they look like very okay, yeah, it's just a trivial thing, no implications involved, but there are always
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
connection to that. And my habits about reading and learning was connected to the survival, to avoid the bitterness of the world.
Well,
To
will you
not
say that
be,
again, please?
to avoid the bitterness of the world.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just sometimes, whenever, okay, not sometimes, we always need to actually pay
You have to be
attention to
very
our
careful of that. You have to be very careful of that.
simple habits.
Yeah.
Simple habits. Oh, I just do like this. Why I'm
Huge,
doing like this?
huge.
Yes, yes. So, okay, that was my thought of the day and was my
Oh,
sharing actually.
wonderful. It's just
And the
one.
power of habit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Power of
the
habit.
hidden.
It is
Yes,
more than just a casual thing. Yes, it is central
yes,
to way of impeccability, dealing with
yes,
habits. If we cannot deal
yes,
with habits, we just get pulled back into our old self. We change and it pulls us back the habits. And we don't break out of that.
yes,
If we don't learn to be able to habit shift and habit manage, then we just almost impossible to actually truly change.
yes.
That's a very big deal. It's core, it's central. There are many things which are a big deal, but some override others. And habits are right there at the top. They override everything, see? And when you understand it in that sense, that doesn't matter if you're doing stuff over here. This is a top level that affects the bottom levels. You got to take care of those top level things. Very, very important. All right. Before we get started on the chapter here, it's a powerful chapter, very cool chapter. A very excellent chapter. The question was asked by somebody very important to me, and that somebody actually has very important initials as well. It's quite fascinating.
Oh,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's really
okay.
fascinating. Yeah. All right. Now, before we go on to that, just a quick note on self-love. Self-love is a very difficult concept or difficult application, not so much the concept, but the application. Well, and the concept. It's hard to kind of grasp it because our goodness, especially for good people, we are so uh, stressed, you might say, or can say for sure. We are stressed to um, not be egotistical. Yes, and part of that involves self-love has a connotation, a connection to it, an implication of being egotistical, right? So we struggle with this idea of self-love, and at the same time, maintaining humility and modesty. But let's start.
Yes.
The first step to self-love is self-acknowledgement. I'm going to do use Beena and Norma as guinea pigs over here, right? All right, so now you test subjects. Test subject number one, test subject number two. All right. So test subjects number one and two, which we'll call test subject number three. We'll just add it together, right? So test subject number three, please. Let me ask you, are you a good person?
Yes.
Norma, are you a good person? Please, Norma, if you're here, please, you did come on. I mean, maybe you went to make tea or something, but if you're here, please reply. Yes. And when I say, are you a good person? I mean, do you have an intent to goodness?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. I know this of you and Norma. Absolutely. Right. So you must say, yes, but I can be better. I'm not always good sometimes. It doesn't matter that you transgress sometimes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Norma.
Yes.
Do you have an intent to goodness and does that waver? Yeah, I suspected Norma might say sometimes to being a good person. When I asked you, are you a good person? Your intent to goodness, the intent to goodness never varies. The application, that may vary. That may have some blips in it, right? But the intent to
Yes.
goodness, this never varies. So my point is now to say this, to understand. Yeah, see, yes, right? Intent to goodness, always there. Now, Norma, now, Bina, right? Test
Yes.
subjects number 3 here. Now I want to ask you, now that you've said yes, is that not an acknowledgement of yourself? Yes, you're acknowledging
Mm.
your goodness. Yes, by saying yes to it, you're
Yes.
acknowledging it. So this is step number one is self-acknowledgement. acknowledge that you are good, that you have an intent to goodness. That intent to goodness, it is profound. Yes, that yes,
Yes.
of course, you also acknowledge that there can be more. There's always more, right? That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the application. Yes, what matters is
Yes.
the intent to goodness. That's there. What matters is that you're on the path to getting there. Yes, no matter how
Yes.
fast you go, you're on the path. There's no time limit in eternity. No matter how quickly or how long you take in eternity, it's still a fraction of eternity.
Yes.
It's mind blowing, yes, to realize that it doesn't matter, right? Now, so the first step here, acknowledge. Not only acknowledge your goodness, but do you have at least a little bit of moreness to you?
Yes.
Exactly, Norma says, definitely intent. Yes, yes. Not the intention to goodness, right, Norma, as we discussed earlier, but the intent to goodness. There's a big difference. A lot of people have the intentions of being good. Yeah. You know, there's the old saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. In other words, they mean blow all, right? Always honest. Yes, Norma. Exactly. Exactly. You see, your honesty is a moreness. Beena, is your honesty a
Yes.
moreness? Yes, it's a
Yes.
profound thing. It's sacred. Not just honesty, but self-honesty. It's a sacred, beautiful, magical, awesome thing. Yes. Right. And that's Norma, you are like a little bit overly self-honest, I think, sometimes, because you see all your flaws, but you never see your good side. So if you're going to be self-honest, Norma, you got to be honest about your goodness also. Don't be afraid of being egotistical. Just be honest. Yes. Your honesty is a
Yes.
powerful quality. Now, do you have other really good qualities? Yes. Of course, you got a bunch of them. Self acknowledgement. Now that we've acknowledged it, we go to step two, which is self acceptance. I've acknowledged that I have it, but it doesn't mean I've accepted it. See, acceptance means I take it into me and I say, okay, I acknowledge that I'm good. Yes, all right. Yes, okay, I hear you. Yes, all right. I'm not just acknowledging it now. I'm now accepting it. In other words, I start to think of myself as being good. Yes, as having some moreness. Doesn't matter how much, it's irrelevant. Again, any moreness is a fraction relative to infinity. Yeah, so it doesn't matter as long as there's a little bit. That's all that's needed, right? Now we say, okay, I've got goodness. I am good. I am, not have it. I am. I am fundamentally, basically good. Yes. Roberski had too many driving mistakes. Says Norma. That's all right, Norma. That's all right. That's all right. I mean, when you were born, did they even have cars when you were born, Norma? I'm just teasing, Norma. Right. So, just to think of
No,
it
they were
that
just
way.
inventing
Yeah. Yeah.
matchsticks. Yes. Yeah.
I don't know, but no, no,
Come
Norma's
on.
Norma's been around a while. Let's just say this. I love you, Norma, that you have been around so long and you're so vital. You're so full of energy, so full of life.
Ah,
It's
come on.
it's just incredible. Anyway, so I like to tease you, but Norma brought it up with reverse gear, too many driving mistakes. But I'm saying so step two is to accept this, to start changing your self-conception, to say, oh, you know what? I don't just do good things. I don't just have good thoughts. I am fundamentally and intrinsically good. Yes. The
Yes.
application of it, this is a work in process, but how I am is so we get self-acknowledgement, self-acceptance, right? And now we get to the third step, which is self-appreciation. Yes. I appreciate this about myself. Is these qualities that I see in myself, and things that what do I like about myself? Well, what do I appreciate about myself? Okay, I like my sense of humor. And Beena says, really? Come on now. All right, so whatever. So, right? I'm just teasing Beena, but
Yes.
we have a lot of fun. Norma's got a great sense of humor. Like in there where I shared my profile picture and I was sharing that picture of me checking my eyebrows. She had a whole bunch of really hilarious comments to make on that. It was quite fantastic, right? So, again, self-appreciation. Yes. Again, we are artistic. We are creative. We are poetic. We are kind. We are generous. Yes. Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, well, I try to be. Of course, if you're trying to be, you also are. Yeah. So the third step to self-love is self-appreciation. When you can really appreciate yourself, you say, wow, these qualities, this is what I enjoy in others also. Not that I think everybody should have them, absolutely not. But when they do, I really like this. Well, if I like it in others, I mean, I enjoy Norma and Beena's sense of humor, for instance. So, well, why can't I appreciate it in them very much? Well, I have a little bit of it in me too, so I can appreciate that, right? I can appreciate my own goodness, my own kindness, my own generosity, my own courtesy, my own consideration, etc., my own sobriety, whatever, right? Doesn't matter, however you think of yourself. But the appreciation is key. And it doesn't matter that you have negative qualities. Self-appreciation comes from emphasizing and focusing on your positive ones. Of course, you don't want to have the negative ones. And if your negative ones are really serious, and they've been around for a while, well, then get off your backside and do something about it. Yeah. There's only so long that you can tolerate having negative. Let's say you got a bad temper, for instance. Yeah. Do something about it. Don't just say, oh, I got a bad temper, like it's something that you can't do anything about. No, nonsense. You can do something about it, right? So you don't get a pass on not doing forever. You only get a pass for a little while. Yeah. In other words, if I'm somebody that I know, if you got a bad temper and you continually losing your temper and getting all annoyed with me and, just like really being gross, after a while, I'm going to say, dude, if you don't fix your temper, then we can't hang out anymore, or at least not as much, because it's just miserable, right? So, no, sorry, go and work on it, right? So you only get a pass up to a certain point. After that, your friends are going to start avoiding you, right? Or
Yes.
if they're like me, they'll tell you to your face straight up, in a nice way, of course, use capital diplomacy. But this is very important. So the third step to self-love is self-appreciation, right? We got it's all A's: self-acknowledgement, self-acceptance, self-appreciation. And then if you want to go further, it's optional. For me personally, I'm quite happy with self-appreciation. Yeah. But then I can get to self-love a little bit too. Yeah. See, then it's not a big jump from self-appreciation to self-love. But the concept of self-love is so difficult that, okay, if you ask me and put me on a lie detector, will I say, do I have self-love? I'll say yes. And do I always feel it? Not necessarily. Do I feel self-appreciation? Yes. And also that self-appreciation has nothing to do with ego. I'm simply appreciating that I've put a ridiculous amount of work into it. All my life, I've been working on being who I am. So how can I not appreciate that? That doesn't just apply to me. I've been doing it very deliberately, but isn't that really, in a sense, to everybody? Aren't you the result of
Mm.
what you've been doing all your life? So all your life effort has brought you to where you are. Some got to where they are with a lot less effort than me, I think, because I made like extra effort. Yeah. Well, maybe because I needed to. I don't know. But I appreciate that I am who I am and that all my life's efforts have gone there. Yeah. So it's very easy to appreciate. It's not that hard. You just have to realize it and be aware. And that's what I'm saying. If you take this path to get to self-love, it's not that hard. Yes, Beena? Make sense? Norma? Make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Norma, I really want to hear from you, right? So does this help for getting to self-love? May not feel it entirely, but at least you close to it. Self-appreciation is so close to self-love. It's kind of the same thing, really. But self-appreciation allows us to have a grip on it. Yeah. So please let me know. Please let me know, Norma. I'm keen to hear if this helps with getting closer to feeling self-love. Yeah. All right. All right. This is too wonderful. This is absolutely too wonderful. So, I just, it's so important that we do feel this and that we appropriately appreciate ourselves. Like I said, if you're a criminal and you're doing bad things, no, sorry, you can't go appreciating yourself for being a good criminal, right? That doesn't work that way.
Yes.
I'm just saying, there are limits to this, but uh, most people I know, or all people I know, none of them are criminals, right? And they are all fundamentally, intrinsically, profoundly good people. Mostly I see people that I know, some of them really struggle in life, but they struggle because of their moreness, not because of their lessness. They care too much, for instance, and they don't know how to implement it. They feel too much and they struggle with that because of the caring, right? And they want to help and do, and they don't know how. And all of the stuff, they're frustrated because they're seeing all the, like Beena said, the bitterness of the world, the nonsense, the foolishness, the silliness. Yeah. Yeah. Norma says, I find it easy. Oh, sorry, find it easy as I am now, but horrified at badness of early years. Yeah. Norma, this is not uncommon. But, we have to be thankful for that badness too. Yes. Because you're in a position now where you can appreciate and acknowledge and accept that you were bad and did bad things, as we all do. Now, think of it. We're going to apply perspective shifting here, the power and the magic and the awesome of perspective shifting. Because, Norma, the fact, the fact that you can say that you are horrified at your badness in early years means that you're aware it was bad. Think how horrible it would be if you didn't have this awareness that it was horrible. Was past tense. That would mean you're still in that bubble of doing bad things. Correct, Norma? See? So that's infinitely worse. So we have to be very careful with perspective. And we are very careful because we can get caught up. Oh, I did bad things. Oh, I feel so bad. I'm a bad person. I did bad things in my past. But the fact that you feel bad about having done bad things means it's past tense. Yes, Norma. Huge check marks. Huge. You can put a few more on this. It's a very big deal. So be thankful that you're out of that bubble and that you've moved on from it, because we could stay in that bubble forever, our whole lives or multiple lives. Who knows, right? So the fact that we've broken out of it and we have some awareness that, oh my goodness, I don't want to go there again. This is a fantastic place to be. Yes, and it's very, very necessary. Now, let me ask you, Norma, are you a different person now to then? In other words, is it possible for you to do those bad things now? I know for me it's not. This is totally impossible. Totally impossible to do the nonsense that I did. Cannot happen. Yeah. Hello, and welcome. Moreness culture. Yes, thank you. Hello. Somebody said. That's wonderful, Beena. Beena, can you comment on IG as well, please?
Oh, let me try that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. You can't, and you don't need to. Of course not. I know, but you couldn't. Even if the situation came up, you couldn't do that, right? So I'm saying I'm making the point, Beena, Norma, to emphasize that you have changed. And once we become aware that we have changed in the past, isn't there an implication? Well, wait a second. If I have changed, doesn't that mean I can change? Oh, yeah. I have changed. I can change. Wow. Wow. See, there's that look of mine again. See, I'm thinking about this stuff. All right. I'm practicing my histrionics a little bit here, right? Just fooling around. But still, the fact is, I have changed. That means I can change. There's a further implication. You say, oh, if that wasn't enough, there's more. Well, there's always more. Yes, I have changed, which means I can change. Which also means, since I'm making an effort to change, that I will change in the future, should I want to. Wow, this is fantastic, right? So so when we shift our perspective on our past behaviors and realize, my goodness, there's no way I could do that again. It's just impossible. I have a fantastic poem on this, by the way, Norma. It's called The Me of Now and Then. It's just wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I think should we share it now, Bino, or we want to read the story?
No, please do share. I'm just searching live
Okay.
on Instagram. Yes.
Well, if you go to my profile on IG, it should be there, no?
No, it is not there.
Oh, what do you mean? It's not on IG?
No.
Under me, Syl Sabastian?
Yes.
It says streaming live. All right, hold on. We got to check this now. We got to check this now. So get the right window here. Because usually I can go there. There's just view on YouTube, view on Instagram. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Open in a new window. I'm trying to figure out, well, let it first load here and make sure it's actually working. Syl Sabastian, notifications. What is this now? Yeah. Okay. Posts, but yeah, it says I'm streaming to IG, but I don't see where you would see it live. Yeah.
Yes.
Huh. Huh. I don't know, Beena. It says streaming
No
in Restream. Yeah, streaming view on Instagram. But usually when I click, like if I click view on YouTube or view on Facebook, it takes me there to where it's live. Uh, hmm. Post save tagged. I don't know. I'm looking on IG on the computer. Maybe you have to go on the phone to see it or
No,
something.
I'm looking for phone.
Oh, well, okay. It says new. No, it's not. No, new was for something else. Well, I don't know, Beena. I don't know where it
Okay,
goes.
we'll
Maybe it
figure it out. No
streams it and
problem.
then it shows it later. You know?
Yes.
Huh. Syl Sabastian. Oh, it says switch. Oh, maybe I'm logged into the wrong Syl Sabastian. I don't know. No, there's only one. Switch accounts. Okay. Log into an existing account. Yeah, I've only got one, Syl Sabastian. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where it goes. Mysteries of the universe. Mysteries of the universe. All right. And Norma, did what I or is what I was sharing about the past, yes, and how when viewed from an appropriate perspective, how it's massively valuable and there's a lot more to it. Did that did that connect in some way, Norma? Resonate? I'm keen to hear, Norma. I'm keen to hear. It's very important because I mean, well, let me read the poem anyway. Well, it's a video. I'll share it. It's a very magical poem. I love it. It's absolutely one of my favorites. Yeah, and I made a video out of it, which is most wonderful if you ask me. Yeah. Huh. All right. Since we're on the topic, yeah, we pull it up here. Uh, come on now. Yeah, we go. Yeah, we go. Yeah, we go. Okay, the me of then and now. And let's pull it up in the preview. Yeah. Okay, so I have to end this. Well, I'm not screen sharing, right? No, I'm not. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to put the sound on when I do the screen share.
Yes. Yes.
Share, share, share sound, optimize for video clip, share. All right. No, sorry. I have read it earlier. Which one, Norma? The poem or what? All right. Anyway, let's listen to the poem and watch the video. Are you ready, Beena? Are you ready, Norma?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Here we go.
Part 1. The Me of Then and Now by Syl Sabastian.
On.
An aspirant said to Limo, I have been thinking. Limo waited. The aspirant looked away, away into the depths.
I have to start again. This needs to be full screen. I have to find
Yes.
it on YouTube directly. It's not coming up here now, so let's save this. Okay, YouTube. There we go. Search across your channel. Here, then and now. There it is. Oh, good. You see, when you know where your things are, then you can find them fairly easily. It'll take a long time to get there. 1 or 2 sentences worth of weight. All right, here we go.
Part 1. The Me of Then and Now by Syl Sabastian. And
On.
Part 1. The Me of Then and Now by Syl
I want to go full
Sabastian.
screen.
An aspirant said to Limo, I have been thinking. Limo waited. The aspirant looked away, away into the depths of self, the depths of the universe. I have been thinking about my past actions and behaviors, about those actions and behaviors which were less than desirable, about my actions which were silly, stupid, crazy, and I asked, who was it? Who did those things? Yes, who? Limo wanted to know. Earnestness poured from the aspirant. I cannot say, in all honesty, that it was I. The me I now know is not the me of then, is not the me who did those things. I am now different, a different person. I cannot relate to the person of then. And likewise, I can only look at those actions, those behaviors with a kind of detachment, and I realize they were lack of awareness, no more, no less. Could I do the same now? No, I cannot, I could not. It is incomprehensible now. For me, anything, even remotely similar, impossible. That was then a different me in different times, a different me in different circumstances, a different me with different awareness, a different me with different perspective. I am different now, a different me. I feel differently now, think differently, understand differently. My values are still the same. I was not a bad person then. I am not a bad person now. I did foolish things, I did stupid things, even maybe horrid things. How was this possible? Lack of awareness. Also, motivations. Also, immersion. Immersion into bubbles. I had motivations then. I had goals then. False goals. Goals and motivations based on, again, lack of awareness. Goals and motivations hooked to the prevailing conventionality. Goals and motivations not really mine. A dire reminder to myself. A reminder to be true. A reminder to be true. To be true to myself alone. I, back then, got caught in bubbles of awareness. I got caught in immersions into the moment. That was powerful, and looking back, scary. Reason and logic and sensibility went away. They went away when I got too caught in a moment, too caught in a bubble. I saw only the relative logic, the logic of the near term. I saw only the immediate. I could only see the inside of the bubble. And when I disconnected from the whole, my decisions inevitably ridiculous and foolish. But they seemed sensible to me in those moments. They were disconnected decisions. Disconnected decisions are doomed decisions. The powerful lesson for me, I must maintain perspective. Always I must. Always I must maintain my perspective. There is almost no connection between now and then, except a memory, a reminder I can be foolish, a reminder to pay attention, a reminder to consider everything, a reminder to act deliberately, in full awareness, a reminder to be appropriate in all contexts. This is essential. The memories have value only for learning and growth. The memories are reminders of the pitfalls of lack of awareness. They are tools to leverage myself. I cannot now connect to those emotions of my past actions. I am simply not that person any longer. And never will I be that person again. Limo reflected. When you are always moving forward, the universe is saying, take notice of how hard this moment is working, how hard it is working to prove to you that this moment is different. Look for what is different. The aspirant responded, yes, it says, pay attention to this now, the perfection of now. You are the now, not then. The you of then died a long time ago. The you of now is all that matters. The you of now is all that can matter. As I reflect on the me of now, as I reflect on the different me's of then, I realize there is no continuity. This is profound. I need to update myself, update my perception of myself. I need to update my perspective on myself. I need a conception of me makeover. I can no longer regard myself in the ways I have become habituated to. My self-image is rooted in the past, connected to the past, and it is inaccurate, grossly inaccurate. It has little semblance to the me of now. There is power in this, and I realize the me that did those things in the past is a ghost that has no power to harm. Ghosts are insubstantial by definition. Their only power lies in ideas that are empty fears. And I refuse to do that with the past, a past that is no longer relevant, with a me that does not exist, with any me that cannot ever exist again. The aspirant straightened, the aspirant's posture filled with positivity. A slight sadness escaped, fleeing the coming sobriety. Begone, ghosts, you have no power over me. Begone, faded boasts of past me, you have no power. Begone, you ghosts of previous me, you have no power. You have no power. You have no power over the me of now. The end.
So powerful. Really, it's just so immersing.
Blows me
It makes,
away.
I
It blows
always
me
get
away.
immersed into that.
Oh, it makes me emotional. It's so, and it's just magical. I hope you enjoyed that, Norma. I hope you enjoyed that. I really do. I really do. I just love this. It's profound to me. Every time I watch this, and it never gets old. It's so magical. It's so magical. It really, really something special. I better end close the shells. We'll play the next video. Um, this is truly, truly a story of magic. Anybody watching this, Norma? Oh, funny time of the day in the UK. You're not perfect then. No, Norma, I'm not. I'm not. I wish you watched it, but all right, Norma had to go. Norma, let me know though when you do watch this how much you enjoyed that. But what I want to share about this is the making of that. If you don't know, you can easily see that. Wow, did the dancer? Her name is Sylvie Jalome. You can look her up. Very accomplished dancer. By the way, she's 49 years old in that video. Yeah, incredible. Anyway, if you don't know, you would say, wow, Sobi did a really good job of dancing and matching the poem. Right, Beena? Where'd Beena go? You muted Beena?
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Right?
yes.
You can easily say
Yes,
this.
it
It's like, wow,
exactly looks like that.
Sobi did a good job. The expressions, it's hard to match it exactly, but she came really close. And sometimes she says, and the emphasis, the rhythm, the timing, it all worked out. It's purely fortuitous. Purely fortuitous. Also, she's dancing to Ravel's Bolero. Bolero by Ravel. Bolero is a very
Mhm.
particular piece of music in that it is musically epistrophic. Now, epistrophe
Oh,
is the deliberate use of repetition for emphasis, for poetic effect, right? For creative effect. And that poem is an exceptionally epistrophic poem, very much so. When I wrote the poem, some of those sections on consideration, wow, this is because it's about emphasis, right? It's really, this poem was written it was written for participants who were struggling with the me of then, right? So it came about with a very specific intent. I didn't want to just talk about it as an idea. I wanted to kind of really emphasize it, right? To really grab this and really get connected to it, to say, oh, I cannot. And so there's a lot of emphasis, a lot of epistrophe there, repetition, yes. But it's also repetition that grows. You'll see in the writing, even you'll see it's kind of triangular, right? You get the concept, and it gets elaborated more, and then you get the full flush of it at the end. Yeah. But and I considered taking some of it out. But if I had, the poem would have not matched the dance exactly, right? And you can see it like in the poem. Well, this doesn't have to be here, but it has to be there to match the dance and match the music. Right now, that's a particular version of Bolero's Ravel that's adapted for that dance. It's not the whole one, right? So everything just worked together to be so exactly right and perfect. It just absolutely fascinating. I added some more editing in there. And by the way, this is there are two pieces of music involved. The other one is I think it's called the Chorus of the Cherubim. And the composer's name, it starts with the R, right? But it's also in there, that choral music in the background, right? So there are two pieces of music together with my reading. It all worked out so magically. And then there's a follow-up poem to this, which is the me of now and when. Yes, so this one's the me of now and then. The other one's the me of now and when. Yeah, so then and now and when. Now the second one is a long, it's like an epic poem, kind of almost, but it's just they both worked out incredibly. In this one, it absolutely boggles my mind at just how perfect it was. Not just in length, but in the fact that the movement so matched, right? The cadence, it was like it was meant to be. I don't know. It just fascinates me. It's absolutely incredible. Anyway, let's read today's chapter. Or should we just leave it here and then read tomorrow, Bina? I'll retitle this.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Because this poem actually sets the mood completely different. I personally feel that okay, the me of now and me of then is connected to everyone. All we need
yeah.
is just to pay attention to
Oh,
how much
absolutely.
we have
Yeah,
been okay learning and growing and how much
yeah,
we have evolved. Not just change. Okay, change can be of any side, but
yeah,
how
yeah,
much we have evolved. And I believe and I assume that, okay, everyone is somehow learning and growing, even when it is not deliberate, even when we are not aware of it. We're still learning, we are still growing. Okay, if it is deliberate, then of course it will be a compounding effect on it. But still,
Yeah.
universe is geared and completely focused on our learning and growing. This is how the universe is working for every one of us
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
help and assist us in learning and growing.
Say that again,
And
please.
this is how the universe is
Oh,
geared
oh.
towards
Ah,
learning and growing for us and assisting us to learn and grow. I was okay. Yeah, okay. Let's discuss this tomorrow. Now I have the thought of the day for tomorrow. We will see if I'm going to continue with this or
yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
but it is a big deal. Anyway, thank you
Yes,
so
yes.
much for being here,
Hold on, hold on, hold
Norma,
on, hold on,
and
Beena, hold on. You can't go just yet. Can't go just yet. I have to update things here before you go. So hang on a second. Update titles and update all. Okay, okay. So I want to do it before ending the stream, and I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but I know it just seems like a good idea. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. That poem, it's not only I feel. There's so much going on, multi-layer, multi-layer. Not only, at least for me, I don't, I don't read a huge amount of poetry. I, 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 I wrote a bunch of poetry when I was a young man. It was nowhere close to this. One or two, maybe that was okay. But I gave it up as a bad job. but but certainly, I was involved. I never read a huge amount of poetry, not like I read other things because I was busy reading other things at the time. Yeah. So I never read a huge, like some people, they get really into it and they know all the poets. I don't. I have relatively little exposure to poetry in general, right? And it was somewhat by design because first of all, I'm somewhat particular about poetry that I like, very actually. Yeah. And secondly, uh, I I when I was writing the poetry, I thought, I don't want to be too influenced by other poets. So then I read bits here and there. We did poetry at school, but I sort of deliberately didn't read poetry, which is rather interesting. Why is that showing this now? Uh, Sorry. Let me just fix this here real quick. Anyway, and so now when I wrote this, I had such a powerful intent, and the intent to truly communicate that this is something really, really, really valuable to understand and be aware of, right? Uh, Why is it not showing the video now? What's going on here with this post? I don't know. Try again. It's very peculiar here now. I don't know. It's not showing the video. Why is it doing this now all of a sudden? Hmm. Anyhow, uh, and as a result of that deep, deep, earnest intent to communicate, because I saw people suffering so much from being constrained by their past, yeah, and about the me of then. And they weren't that me of then anymore, but it had a hold over them. It was this ghost that was haunting them, right? And understanding it in that way, it led to this deep, deep intent to truly emphasize those key points. And that led to the epistrophe. I didn't know about epistrophe at the time. I looked it up eventually as a result of this, right? I didn't know it at the time, which is rather interesting, yes. Um, so it came about organically, which makes me quite happy. But to me, what I enjoy about the poem is that it really does communicate the point in a very, a poetic way, of course, right? Really, really powerful. And that it led to basically a style for me. I would say that was the first real poem that I wrote. And when I call a real poem, poems that have moreness to them, that connect to the ineffable, that grab you, that stick with you, yes, and that are also a pleasure to listen to. Now, this one also with the video becomes a pleasure to watch, right? But to me, that was really significant in how it all worked out. Yeah, I'm just elaborating because there was a lot more to it. In other words, yes, um, it's not just a simple thing. All right, let me see. Struggling to edit this post here. Something happened, something changed on Facebook. And wow, where's this now? Where's the title? And then they're making things difficult now. All right, so can I edit this? Oh, must be a way to do this. Must be a way. But you know that poem, and then later when I made the video, it just all worked out so incredibly, right, Beena? I'm glad you enjoyed it again, Beena. We haven't
Almost
watched it
perfect.
together for a while.
Yes,
I'm really
almost perfect.
exactly, exactly. I mean, even if Sylvie had the dance to it, well, Sylvie's exceptional. She might have been do it perfect, but again, when you are doing dance to music, it's very, very difficult to get that coordination exactly right, because of course the poem and the music are written independently. Yes, it just happened to work out so incredibly like that. It just absolutely fascinates me how that worked out. Just truly the magic of fortuitousness. Now, I was talking about Don Juan earlier, and he would say, "Pa, coincidence." Nothing to do with coincidence. It is a consequence of your personal power. And I would say, yes, Don Juan, you're probably correct. Or you are correct, not probably. Yeah. Now, why is it showing these things now, not the video? Okay. This is it's huge. It's huge. It's huge. Huge, huge, huge. So now when we look at this in the context of a consequence of your personal power, a whole different deal. We haven't spoken about this much, right, Bina? But when we
Yes,
realize that if you accumulate your personal power, which is one of the intents of impeccability, that's best use of energy, and also to save your energy,
yes,
you can do things happen because you've stored up personal power. And it's one of the reasons for dealing with habits. Habits are like those programs that run in the background of your computer using up energy. No, you want to not have them be there, right? They seem to save you time, but when you look at your task manager and you look at your resources in your computer, oh my goodness, all these programs. Yes, individually they don't do much, but as a collection, they
yes,
using up most of my processing power and my memory, right? My RAM.
yes,
No good
yes,
at all. And when we realize this, everything starts to change. Yes. And both of these poems, there was a lot of intent going into them, especially this first poem. Yes. And the second one, I was very motivated at the time. We were doing the poetry program, right? Via the old Jungian thing, art and connection to learning. Anyway, and so it was a task that I was given as part of that, that we were given, right, Bina? Remember?
yes,
And
yes,
and so I got really into it, as is my habit, right? I get very immersed in things, and the poem kind of ran away with itself, which is I love it because it's a Biella series poem thing, right? And again, this one also has the aspirant in it, right? Oh, it's very cool. Wow, I just noticed my cuffs, Bina. Oh,
uh-huh.
yeah, pretty cool. See,
Oh, yes.
I just noticed it there for a second. Like, I don't know, fun stuff. I put the shirt on, of course, but you don't typically, I don't know, you don't look at it. It is a new shirt. It's kind of cool. Did you see the arrows, Lena? Can you see them here? No,
No, the arrows, no, they're not
no.
visible.
It has two arrows pointing to my heart.
Yes, now,
Yeah.
yes.
So anyway, just fun. But it's good that they don't show up because if I had designed it, I wouldn't have included them. Anyway, I just want to say to me that that poem is truly something special, because it came as a result of intent. And when we have intent and we are so earnest about the implementation of that intent, and you feel it so strongly, I felt that intent incredibly strongly. It really affected me, the stress, the suffering that my friends, the participants, these wonderful, beautiful, magical people were going through as a consequence of their past, right? And then when I wrote that, it came because when you do things under those conditions, they come out very powerfully. And it's something special, right? So it's good to be aware of that there's more to this. And then, of course, when it got combined with that video, just unbelievable. Yeah. That's magic, magic, magic. But again, do not think of it as coincidence because it didn't only happen in this, it happened in the other video too. Everything combined and it went together. And that's a long poem, that one. We'll read it at some point. We'll read it. All right. I just want to leave there, this concept though of the me of now and then to realize what is in that poem, to say that it's ghosts if you have changed, right? At least that's the point from the aspirant says, now I cannot, it is impossible. I cannot do those things anymore. Not possible. Yes. Really cool. Really cool. Really, really cool. And the poem has a lot when you look at it. It's got appropriateness in it and everything. So it's not only the intent to communicate about our different me's and how to let go of the ghosts, but it has tools in there too. Bubble logic, immersion, change, appropriateness, a lot of concepts in there too. So it shares the underlying intent and moreness of Way of Impeccability. Yeah. The screen on Restream where I watch it, it keeps freezing there, but it freezes me in the most dreadful pictures. Yeah. So I better not screen share. Beena will scold me. Anything to add to all of this moreness and magicness, Beena?
No, that is wonderful. And we were just chilling today, and we were like, okay, yeah, are we going to do the live today? But yes, why not?
Well,
Because this live was from the very beginning was intending just to share the fullness of Syl and share his moreness.
oh,
Not any particular agenda of doing anything other than that. And that is something, and sometimes we just do things as coming via attunement, like yesterday. It was about Shir and of course about Syl and their profile pictures. They were not just profile pictures, it was actually claiming their moreness and their
yes.
fullness, of
Yeah.
course. And that was completely via attunement. And today again, yes.
Oh, keep going. And today again?
And today again, it was not intended. We
Yeah.
came here just
Yeah.
to share moreness. No
Yeah.
idea, no agenda, nothing. Of course,
Yeah.
we have something as a setup that okay, we are going to read the Biella story or the Ask Biella, but not
Right.
necessarily. We just follow the attunement, be in the flow, be with the flow, and do things. So today's live was just for that reason.
Yeah.
Okay, we were just chilling here. You can see two friends just having in a slow energy, low energy, not in negative way, but just in a
Yeah.
more chill energy
Yeah.
mood,
Yeah.
and sharing things. That's it. No
Yeah.
particular agenda, no nothing, no particular setup for that. So yes,
Yeah.
sir, we're keen to share something, please.
Ah, I wanted to say on that profile picture that I shared, right, the updated one, Beena,
Yes.
that you took it as a screenshot, right? I didn't know at the
Yes.
time. I'm
No,
not
no, no,
sitting
no,
there posing
completely.
for it. It's completely,
No, 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 no. It was
uh,
completely random and you were not aware. Like many other
but what
pictures,
was I doing, Beena?
you were just listening. I was sharing things and you
Uh,
were just listening. You were saying, okay, yes, I'm paying attention, Meena. I'm listening. Keep sharing. And then
oh,
you
okay.
were just okay. Actually, because before that you were very busy.
Yeah.
And then after that, when I said, okay, I was sharing and you missed something. And after that, it was okay. No, no, no more things, Beena. I'm listening. I'm paying attention, full attention to Beena. And this is what you said, and we were
Yeah.
listening. And while you were listening, I was sharing, and during the sharing, I just took this picture. Okay, why I was taking pictures of yourself? First thing, the most important one, that I always feel that you need to have your current, recent, good pictures as your profile pictures. That was my
Yeah,
intent
yeah,
because people
yeah.
wants to know that okay, who
See,
you are,
see,
and
see,
it's
see, see. There, back up 1 second,
yes,
right? So, what were you saying? Your intent was what?
yes, to always have a good current profile picture as your picture as a profile picture. Yes,
Yeah, yeah. And see how that intent materialized. And what was I saying about
exactly.
personal power? You know,
Yes,
the confluence of that picture. I mentioned it in a comment there, right? And so you can reply, please, Beena, later and say, what was happening at the time because I couldn't remember. Um,
yes,
but that the confluence, the personal power again brought everything right for Beena to satisfy her intent, right? That
yes.
picture is a product of Beena's intent. And it's quite rare. I was just thinking, Beena, how often do I sit in that way?
No,
I
not you. Me, yes. No, not
Yes,
you.
you, but and also, typically, even if I'm listening to Beena, I'm usually doing stuff as well. So
Yes,
there, I was doing anything, because obviously I can't be typing if my hand is up there, right? And in that
yes,
posture, right? So I was completely not doing, and that's quite unusual, right? I mean, like
yes.
now, I
It
take
was
care of
real.
comments, or I don't know, I'm always doing stuff, I'm multitasking. But in that case, I was not. It was very rare and unusual. And
Yes,
uh, yes, that jacket I wear when I go out, but I don't often wear it inside because usually it's too warm to
yes,
have the
yes,
jacket. Yeah.
yes,
So
yes,
also unusual. And it adds to the picture. Plus, that background when we started Wave Impeccability years ago now, right? That was, I pretty much always used that background. I didn't switch it out on a regular basis the way I do now. But when that
yes,
that was taken, which is fairly recently, right? Because it's with the short hair, yeah. I mean, you see in the
yes,
in the poem and the longer hair. So it's relatively recently, and at that time I'd started switching the backgrounds for some
yes,
reason that day that came up, and the only times that I brought up that background was when there was a specific need to do so. And in since the time of when I cut my hair short, uh this I hadn't been using that background. It was quite rare. It all just worked together, yes, to
yes,
get
yes,
this.
yes,
And also it's off center, which
yes,
is which this is something that's actually been a when I did the first book and got ready to publish it, I did tons and tons and tons of research. I
true.
have to share a little bit. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. Just from a curiosity interest point of view. Okay, let me turn off the sound. Yeah, so I'll put my own music back on again. I like having music always. I've got That's like my theme track. Okay. Um, Sorry. So now when I go, yeah, okay, this is full. It doesn't matter because I want to show the menu up here, my bookmarks. Okay, see? Writing bookmarks. Now I have some that are related to writing in other tabs here, but these are only very specifically to writing. Are you looking? Are you looking?
Yes,
Are you looking?
yes,
Are you looking?
yes,
Are you looking?
yes,
Are you looking? Are you
yes,
looking? Are you
yes,
looking? Are you
yes,
looking?
yes,
Still going,
yes,
still going. Now I'm scrolling faster now. I'm scrolling faster now.
yes, 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 yes.
I'm scrolling. Wow, where does it end? Oh, it's even longer than I remember, Beena. Holy moly, holy moly. Keep going. Anyway, when I said I
Wow.
did tons of research, I wasn't joking. I wasn't,
Yes.
there was no hyperbole involved. I wasn't exaggerating, right? I just added some of these to today, actually, or this morning. Just so from a Jane Friedman article. If you're an author, by the way, subscribe to Jane Friedman. She shares a
Okay.
lot of valuable stuff for free. Very, very wonderful. Yes. Anyhow, so I'm saying I did tons and tons of research, and somewhere along the line, um, I don't know. They said, oh, they did research on authors' photos, And for me, always, if you have a picture, you got to be centered. This is like very important to me. But they said, no, off-centered works better. Now,
Wow.
Beena didn't know this, of course. Yeah.
No.
Right. Isn't that amazing, Beena?
Yes.
I don't know how much validity there is to that, but it's stuck in the back of my mind. I don't know how extensive their research was, but it stuck because I felt at least that, all right, I do trust this from a trusted
Okay.
source. So,
Okay. Maybe
isn't that amazing,
there
Beena?
is maybe a reason for that could be that mostly writers, authors, poets, uh, okay, not 100%, but mostly they are expert in goofy pictures. So
Maybe,
so
yeah,
so they
like
they
my
don't
one
want
girl.
them to be all alert and centered and all that. No, no, no goofy
Yeah,
pictures. Okay,
yeah. You
yes,
don't want
when
to be
you are
boring,
just
in other words. Correct, correct.
yes.
But the picture is from an author point of view, and I need to update it because I on the first cover, by the way, Jaspina, I need to send to Ray to update it because I used that other image. I don't know why I didn't want to use this one. I have no idea. Anyway, so I need to update that. Anyway, I think that that picture, what makes it nice is I'm not trying to be goofy. It's a perfectly natural photo. Yes, I
Exactly.
mean, you caught me
Exactly.
in a moment, and it was your intent to capture a good profile picture. I can't wish for any
The
better. Thank you, Beena.
refinedness, Sil,
Yeah,
the sophistication and the refinedness you
yeah,
have,
yeah, yeah.
which you
Yeah.
actually, I don't know why, for some reason, don't make it your dominant side always, but okay.
Oh, who knows, Beena? Who knows? Who knows? But there's something else that I just realized that I need to check in that picture.
Uh-huh.
Hold on a moment. Yeah, yeah. I'll check it for a second. Yeah. Let me screen share again. Sorry, they made screen share slow now. This is annoying. I have to fix this. All right. So this picture I used for the author profile on the first book, or the one with glasses. Oh, no. It was the one with the glasses. Where is it now? Oh, why am I not seeing it here? What's going on? Oh, there's something else that's unusual about this photo, Beena.
Okay.
The profile picture, the new one, right? I just
Okay.
wanna, yeah. All right, I'll get back to it in a moment. I had two of these, and the one with the glasses, I don't know what
Oh
happened to it now.
yes. Oh
Right.
yes. The one with
So
the
the one with the
glasses.
glasses is the one I submitted for the or put on the, yeah, this one, I think. Or
Yes.
this
Yes.
one, yeah, I used. Yeah, which is a good
Yes.
picture. I mean, I like it, but I think this one is better for the author picture, right? I mean, that's very
Exactly.
different. But the skew glasses may bother people a little bit, and I don't know. I prefer the other one, right, as the author pick.
Yes.
Anyway, so let,
Yes.
let me let me let me open this up large and tell me what else is unusual about this picture. It's like a very big duh. It's a very big duh. Okay. Well, let me sit because let me sit in that way. It has to be. I can't do it on this arm, so it has to be this arm.
Yes. What is like the here?
What's the difference here?
I don't know. I don't see any difference here.
Look at Zoom, the little Zoom that I'm doing now, and the screen share. Can you see both, or do I have to stop screen share and start again?
No, I am looking at yes.
Come on, what's the difference?
It's a
Very big
zoomed in,
difference.
a
Okay,
zoomed
okay.
out picture.
No, let me do it
I
again.
get
Watch.
no headset.
Exactly. I mean,
Ah,
if I do it with the headset, I have to move the mic up to get in there. See? And
yes.
if the
How
headset
everything
was
was so
there, you see how the mic would be. No, it would be, and that's completely peculiar because
yes.
when last did I not have a headset?
I don't know. I don't remember now. Wow.
I just realized it now. Just realized it now. And I even
It
thought about it.
no. If people
No,
if
no
people would
headset.
not be aware of the real story behind this, nobody will believe that it's just a random picture taken by print
Correct,
screen
correct,
on laptop.
correct, correct. I mean, I somewhere have the original, I think, that shows the, the all the stuff that goes on it. Yeah. I cropped that out. It's all stuff at the bottom. I cropped it out. But the fact that there's no headset, I couldn't have this without with the headset on. It would look weird. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could
Yes.
switch the headset to the other side, and then it would be okay. But uh, uh, to have a headset has a whole different implication to it. Yes, the fact that it's without the
Yes.
headset and that it has this background, particularly, and the jacket, the way the light catches the jacket. I mean, it's a fabulous photograph. Yes, if you think of it as a photograph, the fact that it was a screenshot, but again, CB, that's what I was saying earlier. It is about personal power. You had
Exactly.
that intent, and the intent materialized. Yes, I mean,
Yes.
you've taken, well, I wouldn't say tons of screenshots, but a good quantity of them, right?
Oh yes, yes, funny
Right,
ones and of course goofy ones, and
right,
just to
right.
tease you sometimes, like okay, because
Yes, yes,
we are engaged in a very serious business almost all the
correct,
time,
correct,
really
correct,
thinking things
correct.
and all that.
Yeah,
So sometimes just to make things lighter,
yeah,
just do silly things like
yeah,
children, like okay, oh
yeah.
yes, okay, so look, and taking the print screen was really fun for me because
Right,
sometimes
right. We
having,
goofed around. We goofed around.
yes.
Yes, Uh, I mean, some you caught like this one here. You know, if we look at this, you
uh,
see, and here's the headset again. You see? Oh,
yes.
this is a little bit of video. Oh, I didn't realize this was video, Beena. I have no idea what I'm saying here, but wow, okay. But I mean, you could play through this, and we've got tons of video which we could say, all right, like there where I looked, right in that second there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
There was 1 second there, if you freeze it, where I'm looking directly at the camera, and that
yes,
probably would be a good screenshot. But again, it's got the headset on. For an author
yes,
pick, the headset it doesn't have the appropriate communication. Yes, it says something
exactly.
else. So this fascinates me that this was there. That the headset is not there. I'm trying to close this now. There we go. And here's one, but again, there's me goofing around. It's got, you see, it's got this thing on it, but I think this is an image. Oh, where they go. Yeah, you see, it's dreadful. I don't. I think you were taking it because it was a fun. The background. This is. It looks like it's my shirt, right? But it's not. It's
Yes,
actually the background, right? I mean, this comes from chapter 2, in the Biella series, right? That infernal machine and the crow doing that thing. So, but see it as this on top and that, so you can't really crop this. You can't take that out. But still, it's a dreadful picture. I don't know. It's just catching me in a moment there, Beena teasing me. Let's see. I don't have too many that I saved. This one here, all right, which is kind of because of the effect, kind of made like a wizardy, magical type of a look. Um, and then these ones I took actually. I don't even remember taking any more. I almost never take screenshots, yeah, of me. But this struck me the one day, just the way the lighting came, and the camera was more zoomed in than usual. And I posted this. It made it look like it was out of a movie. Made me think of the 24 series with Kiefer Sutherland. Made me think of it. And then this one, Beena took. I have very few that you took that I saved. Beena. I have very few.
yes,
But you see, yes, with a jacket again. It's a nice background, but
yes,
again, it's not the right background. And the headset, it throws it out. And the expression, I mean, compared to, it's like, no, no, sorry. Can't use that as a thing. I know. This is just a mug shot. All right. Well, we'll skip that one. All right. I think this was Beena teasing me again to take the mug shot. Yeah, I don't know. No, no, I was trying to take this. No, 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 no. This I did as trying to take them for like passport and ID photos. That was what that was for. All right, see, and then there's this goofy one. What is this one here? Let's see. That can work. It's a little out of focus though, right, Beena? You see?
Yes.
So,
That
not
that
really. I
that
mean,
those these ones are for your birthday video I was or post I was doing.
yeah, yeah, you're having fun. I really like this one. I mean, can I see my eyebrows? Is my dunce cap on correctly? Or like Norma says, seriously, really, this is the expression I make when I read a post, says Norma, and I'm asking him up there for give me some strength, but no, no. Yeah, I just it's like me thinking. I do that. If you actually go through the videos, you'll see I do that when I pull around. I look have that expression quite often. But again, just fooling around. You know, yes, that again. But see how it's so different, right? It's
Yes.
I'm not looking into the camera, and to look directly into the camera like that, that's also unusual. Well, at least maybe like right now, I have the Zoom set up where if I look at me a little small, it's right underneath the camera. So right now it looks like I'm
Yes.
looking at the camera, right? But I'm not. I'm looking at
Yes.
the video here, and I must have had Beena up there, so I was looking at them. Yeah. So this is, wow, that's actually a nice picture if it was in focus. All right, the expression isn't so great, but with the background, that's pretty cool, right, Beena?
Yes.
Oh, this one I think Beena went away, and I was, the Zoom stayed up for whatever reason, and I think I was dozing off there likely. Yes, Beena?
Yes.
Yeah, it was candid spots. By the way, this is about as close to Biella in the looks. Yes, not 100%,
Yes.
but close, but close. See. Beena, you're not supposed to be capturing these. You're not supposed to be capturing these. This is actually the background that I used mostly in Way of Impeccability, not that other one. That other one was rarely used. So it was exceptional that we came to it. Even more exceptional, this was the constant in Way of Impeccability. There's a happy one. That's very nice with the art behind. But again, it's not appropriate for a picture. Oh, these are dreadful, but all right. Anyway, so I'm just saying I don't have many, that's it. We don't have any more. Uh, these are these are different. That's the same one, but these are different. Oh, I didn't realize I had a couple more. All right, well, let's see. No, no, no. It looked like an oversized gnome. Yes, Bina?
Yes.
Like
See,
you could
center.
cast me you could cast me in
Yes, like
ceramic and go and put me at the end of your garden. Yes?
look. If it is just like okay, centered and perfectly posed. So okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Oh no, that looks like camera. Oh no. Like some magical object, I'm going to melt if you hold it there too long or something. Yeah. This one's not bad. It's a bit out of focus, but that's not bad, right? Now also,
Yes.
Bina, you see, I changed the camera. Remember? I had that previous camera which was always slightly out of focus, and then I got the new one. Yeah. That's why we don't have good ones from the past. I mean, this camera is relatively new. I got it like last year sometime. Yes, yes.
Yes.
It would be it would be sometime last year. It couldn't be before that. Yeah. Because it came when we started the eBay stuff, and we started that a year and a half ago, a little less than a year and a half ago. And that old camera, I still have it. It's sitting there. I use it on the other computer if I really need to. But it was always a bit out of focus like this. So it wasn't possible to do that. Yeah. That's very interesting. And so that's kind of a nice shot, though, right? Same again here,
Yes.
but thoughtful.
Yes.
But oh, this is Moreness. I think there's one more coming up here. Yeah, one more. So look at this art behind me. Isn't that just splendid, magnificent, glorious art, Bina?
Yes.
See, who painted this? This is Bina. This is Bina's art. This is Bina's art. But it is. It's glorious. It's magnificent. It's just wonderful. And what about this?
Oh wow. Wow.
Yes, but wow, in the other way around. It's like, or maybe turn it upside down, and then you'll get mom.
It is just
Yeah, cry
started.
mommy.
It is just a
Yes,
start.
I think this must be from one of your very young nieces or nephews. No, Beena says they're not this primitive. No, they are. They've never drawn anything this primitive, right, Beena?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Well, anybody who's an astute observer will be able to discern who the artist involved. Well, no, you can't say artist. Who the
No artist. Yes, artist.
That's very generous. That's very generous. Anyway, who
Yes.
who the perpetrator? That's the word I'm looking for. Who the
Yes.
perpetrator of this is? Anyway, yeah,
Leonardo
fun
Sebastian.
stuff.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Exactly. Exactly. So I was trying. I was trying. I was trying. Why English is so hard to learn? Oh, this is just fun. The bandage was wound around the wound. The farm was cultivated to produce produce. See, this is very interesting that people don't realize. You have to read ahead. You have to read the whole sentence. I don't know. The farm was cultivated to produce. No, you see, it doesn't write. It doesn't work in grammar. I can't say produce here. I can say produce because the grammar determines it, right? You can't say was wound. See, was wound. Yeah, around the. Yeah. Again, you wouldn't say the wound. That's also grammatically
Yes.
incorrect. So the grammar determines the pronunciation. I just saved this. Heteronyms, right? These are brilliant. Homonyms and homographs are words of like spelling, but with more than one meaning and sound. When pronounced differently, they are known as heteronyms. Okay, you don't have to know that. A little technical, but the wind was too strong to wind around the sail of the mast. Read some of these, Beena. Yeah. Read from number 3, please.
No, I can't. It is somehow it is
It's not
just
clear enough to read?
no. Actually, it is your picture is on full screen. So I don't know why, but
Oh, my picture is frozen?
remove
You don't
pin.
see it? You don't see the image that I'm reading?
No, I see that, but it is a small window just on top. Your own picture is
Oh, am I not screen sharing?
you are sharing somehow my settings are not.
Oh, are you on the phone or the computer?
No, I'm on laptop.
Yeah, so you should be able to see it. Maybe just give
Yeah,
it a moment to
I'm
update.
remove it.
What's that?
I need to remove pin, I guess. I don't know.
You're a little soft. Say a little louder.
I'm just saying that maybe I need to remove pin. It's pin here.
Oh, yeah. Move the little small zoom window. Yeah, just drag it. Just drag it out of the way. Yeah.
No,
You
okay.
still don't see it?
No. Stop sharing screen, sir. And I will
Oh,
remove pins and then please do that again.
okay.
Okay. Now where is pin?
Yeah, these are really fun,
Okay,
and
now.
yeah. So
Now.
yeah, from number 3, because we didn't read that. I read the first two.
Okay. The dump was so full that the workers had to refuse more. Refuse.
Refuse.
Refuse more.
Refuse. Yes, like the refuse, rubbish. Refuse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Refuse more refuse. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Must
Wonderful.
we must polish the Polish furniture shown at the store. He could uh, lead if he would get the no, if he could lead if he would get the lead out. Yes?
No. Read again.
No. Okay. He could lead if he could get the lead out.
Yes. Get the lead out. Start shooting, in other words. Get the lead out. Right?
Oh, okay, okay. See.
Yeah.
Okay, now it,
Act,
it will be
act,
more.
act. It's an expression for get the lead out, step up, do,
Okay,
go
okay.
more. Yeah, yeah.
Me reading it will make it more funny because I might not get, of course,
Oh, it's
many.
wonderful. It's wonderful. It's just good practice. While it's here, might as well. Right? Appropriateness, attunement, flow. Keep going, please.
Okay. The soldier decided to desert his tasty dessert in the desert.
Yeah, to desert, right? To give up dessert, be a deserter, in other words, right? To
Yes.
desert, right? But it's a creative use of the word desert. Desert is when you run away from being in the
Yes.
military, right? But
Yeah.
his tasty to desert his tasty dessert in the desert. Now, the two first desserts are pronounced the same, but they are spelled differently. Right? The
Ah,
soldier decided to desert his tasty dessert in the desert. So desert and
ah,
dessert are spelled the same but pronounced differently. But dessert and dessert are pronounced the same but spelled differently. So that's a great one, number 6. Right? It's got multiple in there.
yes.
Uh,
Since there is no time like present, he thought it was
hang on,
time
hang
to
on. Where does the
present.
go? Where does the go?
What?
You didn't read the the.
Since there is no time like the present, he thought it was time to present the present to his girlfriend.
Right. So we got present and present again, the same pronunciation, different meanings to present, but the present. That's slightly different, right? So,
Yes. Oh, this is a difficult one for me. A
yeah.
bass was painted on the head of the bass drum. Yes.
Bass drum, right? Bass,
Yes.
bass, bass, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that bass. Dum, 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 right? Bass,
Yes.
bass,
Yes.
bass. Yeah. A bass is a
Uh,
fish.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. When shot at the dove,
No,
okay.
comma. There's a comma.
Yeah. When shot at, the dove dove into the bushes.
Perfect. Perfect. But you got to read the comma, right?
Okay.
If you don't read
Okay.
that comma, then the sentence just implodes. Yeah.
Yes. When shot at, the dove dove into the bushes. I did not
Yes.
object to object which he showed me.
Read again.
I did not object to the object which he showed me.
Yes. 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 Very cool. Very cool.
Okay. The insurance was invalid for the I don't know what is this invalid. Invalid? No.
There you go. There you go. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Invalid.
The
An
insurance
invalid.
was
Somebody who
invalid
cannot
for the
move. Right.
invalid in his hospital bed. Okay.
Right. Right. An invalid. I know what it means now, right?
Yes. There
Okay.
was a row among the oarsmen about who would row. Okay.
Other way around.
Okay.
Well, it could
There was a
Bina, it
row.
hang on. It could be meant in the way you read it. That would be rather unusual. There was a row, in other words, a queue among the
Yes.
oarsmen about who would row. So they're queuing as to who's gonna fuss and bother row.
Yes. Yes.
But that's
Okay.
not what it means here, right? It's the other way around. So
Yes.
but that's just very funny to think that, but they'd be queuing up to make a fuss, to row, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
There was a
So read
row among the oarsmen about who would row.
correct. There was a row among the oarsmen about the oarsman is the clue, yes.
Yes.
But technically, it reads accurately the way you said. Although it has a very unusual and funny meaning, but it's accurate. It's accurate the way you read it. You can read it that way. Yeah. All right.
Yes. They were too close to the door to close it.
Yes. Wonderful.
The buck does funny things when the does are present.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Not does.
Yes.
Those. See again, contextual, right? In a different
Yes.
it can't be does when the does never will you say the does. Yeah? So they're outside. You know it's different, right? Yeah.
A seamstress and a sewer. No, a sewer. Okay, a seamstress.
No.
and a s- Oh, wow.
What does a seamstress do? Don't
Yes,
look at the words.
sewing,
No, sowing. It's pronounced sowing.
sewing.
Yes,
Oh,
this is
okay.
like sowing
As
seeds. It's pronounced the
oh,
same
okay,
way. Yeah,
okay. A seamstress and a sewer fell down into a sewer line.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Ah,
why sewing is spelled with an E? I have no idea. Right?
wow. Okay.
Sewing like stitching, seamstress sewing. Yeah, it's one of those peculiar things. Yeah, yeah.
To help with planting, the farmer taught his sow to
Yes,
sow.
yes.
Yes,
Sow to sow, sow female pig.
yes,
And how
yes.
I taught the female pig to sow, but it's possible. Pigs are very smart. Yeah,
The wind was too strong to wind the sail around the mast.
there you go.
Upon seeing the tear, oh, upon the seeing the tear in her painting, she shed a tear.
Now again, that could read upon seeing the tear in a painting. That's what I thought it was at first. Meaning, she painted somebody who was unhappy and a tear in the painting, right?
Yes,
But then she shed a tear. If you say, well, no, it has to be opposite. Then you get tear. Yeah.
yes. I had to subject to a series of tests.
To subject the subject.
Subject
Yes.
to a
Yeah. Yeah.
series of tests.
Like I was doing earlier. I was subjecting poor Beena and Norma to be
Yes.
subjects of my test. Yeah.
Okay, this is something I'm not aware of it. Of course, like few
See if you
previous.
can figure it out by read the whole sentence first and then in context. Yeah, contextual discernment is an
Yes, okay.
incredible skill.
Okay. I don't know the pronunciation at all. Uh,
Correct, but
okay,
created.
so okay, intimate is a friend, most intimate friend. But
You got it.
uh,
You got it. Read it again. Just read it. By implication, what would it be?
okay, how can I intimate this to
Yes,
my most intimate friend?
correct. I mean, again,
Okay.
too, because it's because of the action involved. Intimate.
Yes.
Yeah, you see, it
Okay.
lends itself. You can figure it out in context, right? This is contextual discernment, which reminds me. Yes,
Yes.
this is a power term that needs to be added. Correct, Mina?
Yes.
No
Okay,
matter if you're
Phil,
going
I need
anywhere.
to go
Yeah.
now
Okay.
because
Okay, Bina. Are
yes,
you
I
coming
need to
back?
get up early.
All right.
No, actually, I need
Oh,
to
oh,
go
oh.
uh, up early again for tomorrow. Mama will have a checkup here, so okay.
Okay. Okay. So I added contextual discernment. All right. On that note,
Yes.
we need to end here. We're just having fun,
Yes.
but this
Yes.
was great.
Yes. Yes.
Just a little bit of bonus, moreness, just having fun. And yes, we could have ended the live earlier, but I like to share this. It's just an understanding. There's always more if you listen carefully, right? What we were
Yes.
practicing there is not just pronunciation, but contextual discernment. When you understand the term, now, like that last one, right? Bina didn't this word intimate. This is a very powerful term to intimate. It's part of cueing and it's sometimes used part of manipulation and a lot of stuff, right? Capital diplomacy, especially. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you, mate. He always waves. It's very powerful, but you could figure it out. See, and when you learn to do that kind of figuring out, that kind of contextual discernment, it's an incredible power. You can know things that you didn't know otherwise. Yeah. And it's not said there, it doesn't tell you how to do it, but you can figure it out. And there was a double one with intimate because the type of word that it is also lends to the expression, right? So it's really, really cool. Very, very cool. And it's a really great way if you're looking to learn a language to be able to figure this out, right? Very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. So a little simple thing, but it's a big deal. All right. and
Yes.
just
Okay.
also sharing how Beena and I have fun doing stuff. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Whoever is going to watch us recorded on YouTube or on Instagram, also, we will figure it out that okay, how this is going to be uh, displayed on YouTube also. Oh, sorry, on Instagram, but it will come. So please do click like and subscribe and share, and please do make a comment also. Last video we had uploaded, it had 6 views there. Okay, not much, but it's still people are watching. So please, when you are
Oh.
watching, just say hi, hello,
Yeah.
whatever you want to,
Yeah.
because by doing that, you are not going to support only your precise algorithm, but also for the future trends.
Yeah.
Because by clicking to what you want in life, you are
Yeah.
setting and training your algorithm, social
Yeah.
algorithm,
Yeah.
online algorithm, of
Yeah.
course, algorithm
Yeah.
in your life
Yeah.
in general. So
Yeah.
please
But
do that to promote moreness culture.
yeah. But no, it's just the last one. They go up and down. Sometimes they have a lot more.
Yes,
It varies. It varies. Yeah, lately it's been a little bit mellow. If I look a little earlier, just looking through them,
yes,
22, there's a 16, 13. Yeah, so it varies. It varies. But still,
yes.
it's
Okay.
it's early days. It's early days, and we're not looking necessarily to do this, but we are looking to change the paradigm.
Yes,
We
yes,
are looking to change the paradigm. All right. On that note, we shall end meeting. Bye bye, Beena. Sleep magically
yes.
and
Bye
dream
for now.
beautifully. Bye bye,
Yes, you
everyone.
too.
Bye bye, Beena. Bye bye. Bye bye.